All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawada from the Men of Valor campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video on sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And this is a heavy video, this is going to be a heavy video through the spirit, man. Looking ahead to 2026. All right, we got like a month and a half left in 2025. And, it's been a hell of a year. All right, Trump has been in office. Trump has successfully managed to piss off, like 90% of the world population in some way, shape, or form. And the Economist, has put out this picture, which brothers have been sharing in the chat. I saw it. And then when brothers sent it in the chat, man, I was like, I got to do a video. And they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I actually filtered this through ChatGPT, and we're going to break down, what it saw. Because there's a lot going on here, man. As you can see right here, you can see Donald Trump. You can see video games connected to a brain. You can see cargo ships. You can see missiles. You can see, looks like that Blue Origin spacecraft. You see warheads. You see American flag, you see satellites, and it looks like the satellites are giving off, damn, man. See, man, there's so much in this picture. You see satellites that are giving off a signal, and it's looking like a splash in the water, they're testing out, direct energy weapons, satellite weapons, and shit like that. You see tanks. You see, a guy kicking like a soccer ball. The World Cup is supposed to go down next year. You see swords crossing. You see fucking financial charts. You see money cracking. You see a syringe. Man, there's so much in this picture, man. You see ships. You see 250 because America turns 250 next year. And we already know, nations don't really last too long after that. So, 2026 could very well be the year. The year that all hell finally breaks loose, the year that all the prophecies, the remaining prophecies, end time prophecies come to pass. Our Lord willing, it could be our deliverance. All right. But I actually filtered this picture through ChatGPT, and we're going to bring out some scriptures, but let's see what it had to say. All right. It says, this cover is dense with symbolism, the type the Economist loves to pack with hints, predictions, and quiet warnings. Let me break down what's happening in that illustration and what it suggests in 2026, piece by piece. And it says, with the deeper meaning and most people miss, it says the world ahead of 2026, hidden themes and symbolism. The Economist's annual world ahead covers are not random. They function like visual forecasts, geopolitics, tech, economics, culture, conflict, and social transformation, all crammed into one coded sphere. The 2026 version is especially chaotic. Ooh! The world is drawn as a swirling globe of red versus blue energy, conflict, technology, biological systems, and AI all colliding. Let's decode the main clusters: geopolitics and military conflict. You can see missiles and rockets flying upward. Hey, Newton, war. All right, war is coming. And ultimately, we know World War III is going to end in a nuclear destruction. So it says a tank, also meaning war. A clenched fist rising from the middle. The rise of the beast system. A totalitarian government. A world government. And they're going to, push that MOTB. Satellites buzzing around the edge. I noticed that as well. Warships. It says these suggest ongoing militarization, space becoming the next battlefield. Ooh, hey, the war in heaven. Well, the war in heaven, man. They know what's going on. The U.S., China, and Russia intensifying the arms race. A possible maritime conflict, Taiwan Strait, South China Sea. Hey, they're hinting at, China could try to take Taiwan. A revolutionary energy rising from the world population. That's sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. The Economist has been hinting for years about the U.S.-China power shift, a Russia move beyond Ukraine, Middle East realignment. This cover amplifies all of that. Point 2, bioengineering, health, and weight loss drugs. Notice the syringes, the DNA helix, organs, medical devices, science lab icons. The cluster clearly signals next-gen GLP-1 drugs, weight loss, metabolic overhaul, massive biotech breakthroughs. And what's going to be a massive biotech breakthrough? This the micro C-hip, man. CRISPR expansion, disease tracking, pandemics, and lab controversy. So we could see more pestilences, man. All right. It says 2026 could be the year biotech becomes the dominant industry. Ooh, so hey, that means the MOTB is close. You know, this is a way that they like to foreshadow what they're trying to do. And ultimately it lines up with the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Verse 3, or not verse 3, so like it, point 3, AI, robotics, and digital control. All over the sphere, you can see robotic arms, VR headsets, drones, data signals, gaming controllers. This implies AI entering physical reality, robotic automation, VR, AR becoming mainstream, drones and warfare, policing and commerce, gamification of society. Yeah, AIA, they're supposed to drop this, GTA, and they keep delaying it through the spirit because, hey, I believe through the spirit they're going to integrate it with VR and integrate it with, the brain C-hip. They're going to be able to put your damn consciousness damn near into this world. It says AI influencing elections, markets, and employment. The Economist is signaling AI won't just be a tool, it will be infrastructure. Point 4, economic turbulence. You can spot currency symbols, oil-related imagery, factories, and supply chains. Translation, supply chains shifting permanently. Inflation, deflation cycles. The dollar is going to continue to weaken, causing inflation and eventually hyperinflation, which is going to be the catalyst to be able to bring about this new system. Energy shocks, deglobalization continuing, a potential financial crisis brewing. 2026 could be the year markets reprice reality. Ooh. Point 5, global sports and culture. The football soccer kicker at the bottom right is deliberate. I had saw that. 2026 will host the FIFA World Cup in U.S., Canada, and Mexico, one of the biggest global cultural moments of the decade. The cover suggests sports becoming political, sports and nationality and money converging, social unity and division being both amplified. Social upheaval and human identity. There are scattered protest imagery, people holding signs, crowds, faces split in half, technology versus biology. They're going to merge man with machine, man. This picture, let me just go back and show you, man. It's breaking it down. You can see all of this. This look like Xi Jinping. This look like Putin. This look like Bibi right here. Damn, man. They packed a lot into this picture. You got you see the little robot dog right there? Hey, it's getting real out here, man. It's getting real. It says, translation, identity politics remain volatile. Protests and political movements continue. People trapped between online identities and real-life humanity. Generational divide intensifying. Hey, the Lord said he'd set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. The Lord said he'd set people at variance against each other. The central symbol, 250. This is probably America's 250th birthday. You got 1776 to 2026. A major theme. Around the 250, you see weapons, technology, confetti, chaos. The Economist seems to be saying America's 250th year will be turbulent, contested, yet globally pivotal. Ooh. Overall message. Chaos, controlled chaos. This is a world heating up, getting faster, getting more digital, more polarized, more automated, more weaponized, more unpredictable. And 2026 may be the year that chaos becomes system instead of episodic. That's heavy. So they saying, hey, it's about to, man, shit is about to get real totalitarian. Shit is about to get, everybody's lives are about to switch up. And guess who said it first? The Spirit was on, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone to the men on down. We knew this time was coming. We knew before the world knew. The Lord said what? Surely he will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And now we're living in these times. We're living in the time of 2 Esdras 15, 2 Esdras 16. This highlights as well. 2026 is going to be a hell of a year, man. All right. Lord willing, we're delivered. But things are going to be moving. Esau's moving his ass, man. Finally, man. But it's all up to the Lord, man. We're in the Lord's timing. So let's get some of this. 2 Esdras chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Exactly. We're all about prophecy. You got these guys out here, going backwards, changing their doctrines, doing this, doing that, trying to heat themselves, teachers, having itching ears, just Jake don't want to hear the truth. Jake want to hear smooth words. Jake want to hear Esau can make it. Esau not going to make it, man. Verse 2, it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right. These words are faithful and true, man. They're coming to pass. These words that were written thousands of years ago are playing out right before our very eyes, man. And that strengthens our faith. Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Hey, if you don't believe, hey, your ass is dead. And you're going to have a lot of our people that refuse to return yet to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in truth, man. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. And this verse highlights this very well. All right. Verse 5. Again, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Yeah. Hey, so the Lord is finally visiting this place, and he visited it through judgment. The Lord is a power of war. He's got these nations nipping at the bit to fight each other. And it's going to end in a nuclear destruction of America. Verse 9. Therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as flock to the slaughter, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And this is speaking about a spiritual Egypt, like it says in Revelation. Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. That's speaking about America. Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. See? And will destroy all the land thereof. That's how we know it's speaking about America. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And Lord willing, 2026 is that year. Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and with fearful constellation. Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Destruction. All right. Now is the time that the Lord is about to judge this place. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we saw some of that. It mentioned uprisings and stuff like that. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Because of famine, because of, political discourse. Right? The Lord setting the Egyptian against the Egyptian. These people, that were supposed to come together and be friendly, kumbaya ass niggas, they're about to fight each other. They're about to be at odds against each other. It says, in invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, the governments, the king of Babylon himself, Trump. All right. MAGA's already turning on them, man. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because it's going to get so bad that they're bringing about this controlled chaos. They want people to react so they can bring in authoritarianism. You know, if I'm using that correctly, you know, they're bringing about a totalitarian, authoritarian state. You know, they're going to issue martial law. They're going to break these different states up into 10 FEMA regions. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is what we see going down, man. You know, this is, things are happening. And now the world, is mirroring that. You know, they didn't put this out for no reason. They didn't, you look at this at face value, like, as you look at the deep spiritual meaning of it, man, this represents the Lord speeding up, the time, or maybe not speeding up the time. Let me not say it like that, but shortening the days for the elect's sake, because it's about to get bad, man. And best believe Jacob's trouble is tied up in the midst of all this, because they still have these ICE raids and stuff going on, and they not only are they going after the Northern Kingdom, they're going after the Southern Kingdom. Trump has a privatized military, a radicalized military. So things are happening, and Lord willing, all hell breaks loose. Because when all hell breaks loose, and the stability of this place absolutely defaults, all right, that's when the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai are going to rise. The Lord is going to exalt us, all right, not for our pride or anything, but to exalt him. He's going to make sure we good. He's going to make sure we eat, we drink, that we're merry hearted. All right. The Lord is not a power that he should lie. So when the world is out here in turmoil, we're going to be stable. Like the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength to salvation. While the world is in turmoil. Why? Because we're at the end of this bitch, man. And we're at the beginning of our salvation, the beginning of our eternity, the beginning of the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Shai reigning on earth. This is what this all leads to. These people don't know that, but we understand it. So what's happening, man? So Lord willing, is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the whole elect. Till next time, Shalom.